So I've got all of my tools that we need here to talk about the fractional parts of a clock. You know what I am missing? I'm missing my magical outfit to make this happen. Here we go. Now we're ready to let the magic happen. Let's go. So let's start with this here. It looks like we have a circle or a donut because I have the center cut out, and I actually, broke it into 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourths, or like we say now, is quarters now that we're talking about time. So right here I have 1 quarter, then I have 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters. So here I also took the clock and I put tape on it to break this circle into 1, 2, 3, 4 equal pieces or quarters. So if I cover this up right here, and it's so like I was saying before, my trusty companion here sat down to keep me company. If I put this quarter, this 1/4 or quarter as we're talking about it, over top of the clock, and we put the clock hands at 12 o'clock. If the minute hand goes around to the 3, like this, it's quarter after 12. A quarter of the clock has been covered by the minute hand. It went from the 12 to the 3, and that's a quarter of the total circle or the total 60 minutes on a clock. So we would say this is quarter after 12. Okay, so now if I take this and I put it here on this, we see that now this is, how much of my clock is covered? Oh, it's 1/2. 1 piece out of 2 equal pieces is covered. So if I move my minute hand here, we've gone over half of the clock. So it's 1/2 past 12. Okay, got it. So we've got quarter after 12, 1/2 past 12. So a quarter has passed here when it gets to the 3, and a 1/2 has passed when it's at the 6. Now, there's one more tricky one. Here's 1/2 past right here. Half of the clock, the minutes in 1 hour have passed. So there's one more that's a little bit tricky, and I'm gonna put it right here. When the hand is at the 9, there's a quarter left until it becomes 1 o'clock. This hour hand is still in the 12 range. It's not to the 1 yet, so it's not quite 1 o'clock yet. It's quarter to 1. There's a quarter of the minutes left, or a quarter of the fractional parts of the clock left until it becomes 1 o'clock. So we say that 12:45 is like saying quarter to 1. There's a quarter left, and after that quarter passes, it will be 1 o'clock. So the different times we have is if it's at the 3, this says quarter after 1 or 1:15. 1/2 past 1 or 1:30. And then quarter to 2 or 1 going around 45. So let's do it for 1 more hour. Now we're at 2 o'clock. Okay, so if I move it to the 3, you can see that 1/4 of the minutes have passed. So we say quarter after 2. Then I move it down here, 1/2 past 2. Okay, and then I move, or 2:30. Then I move it here, and it's now 2, still 2, it's not quite to the 3 yet, 2:45, that's quarter to 3. There's a quarter of the clock left for the minute hand to cover before it's 3 o'clock, so we say quarter to 3. We'll do 1 more hour just because I'm having so much fun with this. So if here we're at 3 o'clock, and if I move to here, now it's 3:15, or a quarter of the minutes have passed, so it's a quarter after 3. If I move my minute hand down here, the minute hand has traveled from the 12 to the 6, so it's 1/2 of the minutes have passed, 1/2 past 3. And the final one is, it's not quite to the 4 yet, it's still in the 3 o'clock hour, so we're gonna say it's almost to the 4, it's quarter 2, 4, because we have 1/4 left before it's 4 o'clock right here, so 1/4. So at the 3 is 1/4 after, at the 6 is 1/2 past, and at the 9 is 1/4. We're going to continue working on that during Zoom today and tomorrow, just to do a quick little review, but I think you guys are going to have no trouble with this because you're so smart and amazing, and we have the magic of Harry Potter in front of us. Poof! See you at 1 o'clock for Zoom. Love you! Cool time homework. I'm going to show you what I want you to do today for homework. Camera person, if you want to come over here so you guys can look and see. We've got the clock here, and we've talked today about how the 12 is important, the 3, the 6, the 9. So I want you to take a piece of paper, and it can be scrap paper, or you can use one of the notebooks that I sent you, and you're going to draw a circle. Best circle you can, doesn't have to be perfect. At the top of our circle, we're going to write a 12. Going straight across from there, we have a 6. Then we're going to go over to the side. You're going to go about halfway in between the 12 and the 6 around the circle. You're going to write a 3. And then across from the 3 is a 9. It's hard to see because Mrs. Ferrer put tape on that clock. Right in the center of the clock, you're going to put a circle or a dot. Then you're going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you're going to draw out a clock, and I want you to circle, pick a different color here. Try to find a different color that you can circle the 12 for o'clock, the 3 for 15 or 1/4 after, the 6 for 30 or 1/2 past, and then the 9 for 45, that's how we would write it digitally, or 1/4 to. So this is how I want you to, and then we can write for here, o'clock. So Mrs. Ferrer just gave you a cheat sheet. This is exactly how I want your paper to look. I want you to have draw a clock, a circle, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here we have, and digitally we would have this be 0, and that we just say o'clock. 15, because 5, 10, 15, or we say that 1/4 after. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This would be digitally 30, or the way we say that after our lesson today is 1/2 past the hour. Then we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. That's 45 minutes, or 1/4 to the next hour. And 50, 55, 60, or here we know that 60 minutes equals 1 hour, so we start back at 0. So do your best, send me your work, give you a homework point. Harry Potter signing off.